Do feel like your person right now is going through a major transformation. They're awakening to the fact that your existence is so important to them. In fact, it is nourishing, it is vital, it is healing. You make them a better person. And they're starting to build up this sense of urgency where there's been a lot of stagnation. I just feel like there's a lot of pretending energy here where your person has been just pretending, maybe withholding love from you. I feel like they have a very deep mother wound. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely in the emotional space. They've been holding back and they've been really unsure about what they want to do in life. And you've tried giving them advice, you've encouraged them, you've shown them through your own healing, through your own successes. And honestly, it's just triggered their ego, which is very frustrating for you. So I want to give you a virtual hug right now because I know how frustrating that can be. I do feel like your person just feels awful that they haven't been the most reliable, that they've been very narrow-minded with the Queen of Swords. In reverse, I also heavily feel like they just have a deep mother wound. They have a complicated relationship with mothers or with women in general. Maybe past relationships have affected them. I want to go deeper on their thoughts for you and what are their next actions here. I do feel like this is a twin flame connection, and what makes this a twin flame connection, and you'll know so we can get this out of the way, okay? One, there's going to be a lot of obstacles in the 3D. There could be cultural differences, background differences. There could be societal norms that you're being challenged to break through, because really the lesson here is that love conquers all, right? You're gonna go from being anxious to secure, and I feel like you're in that process. Well, yeah, I'm getting anxious attachment, insecurity, right? And your person does feel like you are out of their league because you've done so much healing work on yourself, because your energy, you just being you, elevates them. And this is a song and dance that you guys have been playing for lifetimes. This will resonate with you because you guys have shared ancient lifetimes together. I'm tracing this back to Greece. I'm getting Egyptian energy, okay? This could even be starseed, where maybe you've lived their lives in other planets together. This is definitely an energy of you guys were meant to meet. There's a soul contract, and even I'm seeing like love at first sight kind of energy. And you know what that feels like when you meet somebody and you don't notice anything else around them. It's almost like you're in a bubble. You just have this recognition, and it's always with it's always a smile or an eye look. Like there's something about the eyes that's just very deep for you. Like I'm hearing deepening, hypnotizing, right? You don't notice anything else about the person. All the cares melt away. All the obstacles, all the things that, keep you trapped and attached, they just melt away, and you just care about that person, right? You just want to get to know them, but you feel like you know them. It's this weird paradoxical thing. 333s, I said that. So you could be seeing a lot of repeating numbers, a lot of repeating 3s, 4s, and 5s, or even 1s I was getting. Those could be signs for you. So let's go a little bit deeper. You and your person have been going through a heavy transformation. Okay, you've ended a huge cycle, and I feel like you did something that triggered them, but that action within itself not only healed you, maybe you were codependent and anxious and people-pleasing, and you setting that standard or that boundary really helped kind of solidify the work you've been doing, but it triggered them so that they could start doing the work that they need to do, because they're not completely secure in themselves yet. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, okay? They're not. And they were immature in the past, and they did have these tendencies that left you feeling confused and left you feeling like you were an option, but really it's because they didn't know what they wanted, okay? And they were loyal. They were loyal to people that they should not be loyal to anymore, right? That were holding them back, that were keeping them attached, that are keeping them attached. And I feel like it's been a very lonely experience for you. Even if you are in contact with this person, some of you are, some of you are not. Some of you are rebuilding, right? You're in this weird in-between where you know that there's a new beginning coming in for your person. And I just feel like this connection lost spark, it lost passion. And you tried and you tried, and you realize that the more that you tried, the more you push them away. So what's the point, right? But you have integrity. You have integrity, absolutely. And you know that you are meant for more and what you deserve. And wow, that is just so powerful. Your energy is just so powerful. So I want to tell you how proud I am of you for actually holding down those values that you had, because I feel like in the past maybe you haven't. been the best at upholding your values, even though they were there. And this is huge because you're finally letting your authentic self, your authentic feelings come out, even if it hurts you or it hurts somebody else or it hurts your twin flame, right? Okay? You are the one for this person, and they actually are very grateful and appreciate you putting your foot down with them. They actually very much do. And your angels have a message for you because I feel like there's a financial gain that's coming through here. So I'm going to pull a message for that in a bit. But for right now, your person's thoughts and feelings, a lot of channeling. So I feel like you guys are very connected telepathically, emotionally, maybe even your dreams. Maybe you had like weird dream coincidences. I'm getting a dream of you having a dream of a place that maybe you've never been to, but you were there with your person, and when you tell them, they're like, oh yeah, I went there. You're right. How did you know that that place had these features or these qualities or these specific colors of homes or something like that? There's something mystic about the way you're able to pick up on things. Like you just have this inner knowing, which is crazy. Your inner compass is amazing. Honestly, you've broken down the barriers around my heart, and this person still has barriers. I'm not gonna lie, there are still many barriers that need to be broken down, but you're healing things for each other because this is mirroring, okay? That you're healing wounds, not things, wounds that you did not inflict on each other. And that's such a beautiful thing, and it's one of the most beautiful parts of having a twin flame or soulmate connection, right? I pray for your forgiveness and hope you will return back to me. I want to show you I can be the person that you can count on. Isn't that so cool? We were just talking about in the beginning how this person felt so bad, that they were unreliable, that they were narrow-minded, right? They want your forgiveness. They are grateful for you. And they want you to count on them. And that's part of the issues. I think they're focused too much on the material. They're focused too much on what they can give you, because in the past, that's all people have demanded of them. For you, it's exhausting, right? Because I feel like you're like, don't be dumb. Like, I just want to be with you. So there was some grounding that needed to happen with this connection, because one was too focused on the material and one was too focused on the emotional, spiritual connection, which makes sense. The divine masculine is always the more materialistic one, and then the divine feminine is always the more spiritual, emotional, spiritual leaders. So you played your roles perfectly, and it feels like a mess. It feels like things aren't coming together, but they are. So what can you expect from this person? Spirit, what can the lovely, beautiful person watching here expect? The beautiful soul that connected with this video, which there are no coincidences in the world. I don't believe that. If this video found you, there's a message here for you. There's a reason that we were able to connect on this soul level today. Oh my gosh, literally, when we talked about immaturity earlier, player. Immature lover that lacks emotional intelligence. Beware of their intentions. As they're going through this transformation, you have to let them go through it alone. And I know that's hard, but it's like you need to realize that you need to let go of the control, right? You need to soften up a little bit and let them learn their lessons the way that they need to, so that they can show up. Yeah, that's how you're gonna have your wish granted. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. So that they can show up for you the way that you need them to. If you pull on their energy, if you try to force it in any way, shape, or form, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So it's going to be about catching yourself to accept what has gone and what you've experienced, and let's allow new energy to come in. That doesn't mean that you guys are, doomed and you've given up on each other. No, surrendering is about allowing. It's about creating space. Allow them to come to you. Allow them to show up in the ways that you want them to, because you guys are more connected than you know, and this person is more thoughtful than they've actually showed up as in the past. You're my purpose fulfilled. You're my sun, moon, and stars. You're my everything. Let's grab your angel message and see what the angels have to say. And please just give this video a like. It helps me out a lot. Let me know your experiences in the comments. Yeah, Spirit wants you to focus on your abundance and on your energy. And don't you just love how the cards came out pink and green? Because like the whole Wicked thing, isn't Wicked getting launched the week of that I am uploading this video? Maybe Wicked could have been significant. I also feel like part of that Wicked messaging that's coming through is that you guys have this similar wound, but it's manifested in different ways. You were drawn to each other for a reason, even though you came from different worlds, even though nobody wants to see you all together, right? Because with the wicked Alphaba and Glinda, they can't be seen together. They're making choices that are pulling their life apart, but that doesn't mean that the connection isn't there, that it isn't growing, that they aren't closer than ever, even if they have to hide certain parts of themselves, or they have to focus on their own priorities in that moment and heal their own wounds in their own ways. So that's such a beautiful message. But your angels want you to know, we have also, I have a bonus card that fell out, I'm going to show you in a second, but we have quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you will have more clarity about what to do next. Okay, you need to have some quiet time for yourself. It's been decided. Maybe take some time for nature, have a movie days, order some pizza. Pizza could be significant. I'm getting cravings, like just having these cravings and just allowing yourself, like, yeah, why not? You know, you deserve it. Why not? And then we have words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Okay, we love this. So before I read the rest, I want you to know this is another message that was coming through from your higher self. I want you to know that it is important for you to keep an optimistic and open mind. Your person's already narrow-minded. So don't allow their insecurities to overcome your world. Live in your bubble, manifest it, and it will come true for you. Because if this message found you, there is a timeline where you guys are existing together. And the reason I say timelines is because when I tap into energies, I do it through the Akashic records, right? So I'm looking at different timelines. I'm looking at different outcomes. But we're not focused on the outcome, we're focused on the journey right now because that's what we're living. Okay? Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, right? Your person is part of your own situation, right? They're part of your world. So let's talk about it in a loving and optimistic way. Let go of that frustration. And I'll show you like part of the frustration right now in a second. And that is what you will attract for yourself and others. Let's repeat that. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in a loving and optimistic term. You can take out the word economic situation as well. And that is what you will attract for yourself and others. I feel like money has been a big block for both of you. And instead of trying to like guide them somewhere, let them figure it out on their own and just keep putting there's something about you letting out your creativity and sharing your story and your light with the world. And that's a part of your story as well. That's a part of your mission, right? So keep working on that. But just because they're feeling down about themselves and they're feeling stuck and they don't know what to do, don't allow that energy to taint yours to the point where you're thinking, oh my God, what are they going to do? I need to give them advice, or we need to do this, or they're never going to come through because this is no. We got to get out of that cycle. That's part of the cycles that you're ending right now. And it's part of the things that are energetically holding you guys back. Because right now your person is feeling fragmented, but what's going to heal this is making your shadows known. You can see the beautiful light and the flowers inside of them, but your person can't see that yet. They're starting to recognize it, right? But they still can't fully see what you see. Until we make our shadows conscious, we will continue to hurt others. Hurt people. Okay? You got this. I love you. Have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day. Subscribe for more readings. Bye.